Asherlo. It's a big rant.
Ah, lads, we're back. We're back. We're still alive. We did not go to the Ukraine and fight for them, even though we support them in every way. But yeah, no, we're back. Hello, it's me, Daniel. Owen's here too. Hello, say hello, Owen.
Good evening.
Wherever I said there. and welcome back after a slight break of Shortly Grand. Many reasons there be. One being we didn't want to review Uncharted, which I may as well bring out now. Mention to you that we decided to not review Uncharted. Our last movie didn't excite. I don't even remember our last movie. What was our last movie again?
It was Moonfall, you lunatic.
Oh, yeah. Lunatic. Nice. You didn't do it on purpose at all. Did you do it on purpose?
Yeah, of course I did. You on about? I do everything on purpose.
Even the stuff you don't do on purpose.
Yeah.
Especially
those things.
Don't know what that actually means.
Nobody does. But it's provocative. Gets the people going.
Yeah, so we watched Uncharted, and yeah, look, we'll talk a little bit about Uncharted before we come into the review that we're actually doing. That's going to be a surprise, even though it's not, because you're going to see the preview thumbnail of this. But we're not going to say it. We're not, are we, Owen?
No, I'm never going to. I'm not going to say the name of the movie or character once in this entire endeavor.
I am looking forward to that. We'll have to have like a horn sound effect or something if you get it wrong, okay?
Well, I'll put a klaxon in
yeah.
I say.
Yeah, have Sandy and Stephen Fry come on the show telling us we're fucking wrong about everything.
Yeah.
God, I love QI. I love Sandy on QI, by the way.
Yeah, she's good.
I've only recently got into watching because I watched them on YouTube, and yeah, she's great. And you can definitely see, like, obviously Stephen wasn't too happy near the end of QI, and there's some like an upshot of energy, and so I'm glad Stephen stepped away for his own sake, and yeah, she's great. I love how she says "darling" to every fucking man who just says stupid shit. All right, darling. Just moves on. Yeah, she's a treasure. Though I'm always confused by her accent. I know she's Danish, but she says she grew up in New York, but then she has like a really thick English accent. It's all very confusing to me, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah.
Isn't it? Isn't her accent like the most English accent you've ever heard?
No, sorry, it's the way you phrased the question. It was slightly odd. It's all very confusing to me, isn't it? Yeah, sure, yeah. I guess it is, Dan. I don't know.
Based on the evidence so far, yes, it would seem that.
Yeah, it seems like it is, but I don't know your inner workings. Nobody knows.
No one does.
Speaking of Sandy Toksvig, Uncharted.
Which has sand in it.
Yeah,
there you go. There's a segue. Yeah, Uncharted with Tom Holland. He was there with Mark Wahlberg, okay, look, I mean, I just thought it was the most generic, boring action movie of all time. I don't even hate it. It's just it's a nothing piece. Like, if I hated it, I actually would have probably liked to review this.
I liked it.
Did you?
Yeah. Look, so it's not like the problem that I came down to was I think we both have the same opinion in general of the movie. Like it's fairly run of the mill. There's nothing like super innovative or anything incredibly new or fresh happening. Yeah. But as just a popcorn action movie that you can watch, it's not bad. It's not a bad movie. I liked it. Also, I played the games a lot.
I didn't at all.
All 4 of them. So there was moments like when Nolan North had his little cameo as the voice actor for what's the thing. I thought that was fun, and they had
I'm going to tell you the truth. Like, because you mentioned that, I don't know what he looks like. I don't really even know his voice all too well. when that beach scene came up, and they just showed this guy sitting, he's like, "That's the voice actor, isn't it?"
Oh, they make it obvious. Yeah, I think it's. But as soon as I heard the voice, I was like, "Oh, it's Nathan Drake. Yeah. It's the real Nathan Drake. You pieces of shit." But having said that, at the same time, as somebody who has played all of the games, as younger versions of Sully and Nate, Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg actually kind of work. I didn't think they would going into it, to be quite honest. I remember. I don't think anybody did, especially when they said Mark Wahlberg was playing Sully. Everybody was kind of like, "What the fuck are they?" You're
not a big fan of Mark Wahlberg in general.
No, because he let 9/11 happen.
He's a shit.
So,
okay.
I don't like. No,
I was more worried to talk about the time that he was put to jail.
Yeah, well, that too. But he did tell a funny story about Uncharted that I thought was good. So apparently, they were planning on making this an Uncharted movie about 15 or 20 years ago, which is, believe it or not, when kind of around when the first game came out, I think, give or take. And he was signed up to play Nathan Drake at that time. And then for whatever reasons, the movie never happened. But his name was always attached to it. He never said, "I'm not." It was just kind of like they kept putting it off, and they kept saying, "Oh, we can't find the right people to do it, and the studio won't give us enough money," and blah 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 blah. But he was always down to play Nathan Drake, and then he got a phone call or an email or something off of I guess the screenwriters or somebody attached to this new one. It said, "We're doing it. The movie's happening. You're going to be so excited. It's going to be great." And Mark Wahlberg was like, "Yeah, perfect, brilliant, can't wait." Still thought he was playing Nathan Drake. And he said, the way he tells it, he was talking to the whoever it was that texted him. I get maybe it was a producer or somebody, and they said, you'll be Tom Holland is going to be in it as well. Tom Holland has signed up or whatever. And Mark Wahlberg said he was really confused because he was like, "Well, who for who?"
He's terrible.
Was like,
for
what?
Sully.
We're like, what role? Yeah, basically. He was like, what role is he playing? What do you mean Tom Holland is in the movie? There's no kid in the Uncharted games. And that's when he had this realization that, oh my God, it's been so long since I signed on to play this. I've now aged out of Nathan Drake, and I'm now the age for Sully. And he was like, "Yeah, fuck it, whatever."
He's aged about half a generation, like 15 years.
And look, I think the dynamic between them works for the most part. You know what I mean? It's not bad.
I have not much to say on it.
It's grand.
I just want to make one point, and it's just the Tom Holland looks like a child. But when they had the flashback to Tom Holland being younger, that guy genuinely looked like he could have been like only about Tom Holland's age, maybe a little bit younger, like.
Oh, you mean the kid at the start?
Yeah.
Come on now, that's a stretch.
No, genuinely.
He looked like
if you told me
he was like 12.
If you told me it's like 5 years in difference, big, yeah, okay, I can see that.
Nah, I don't think.
Oh, 100%.
So.
I literally was laughing about the entire movie.
The entire movie?
Yeah.
You spent the entire 2-hour runtime laughing about the child at the start.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, at least you spent the whole movie laughing. There's a positive.
Hey, someone I liked in this, Antonio Banderas. I
he was great.
Banderas as a villain.
I was very. Spoiler alert for Uncharted. I was actually quite annoyed when they killed him.
Yeah, same.
To be honest, I kind of wanted him to be the big bad villain at the end.
Yeah.
But you know, they hang giant fucking ancient Spanish Armada boats out of helicopters and swing around stuff. That's very Uncharted. Like, there's a lot of stuff in it. It's impossible. They can't put everything in.
The airplane scene with all the things coming out and you have to climb it.
I don't
even know Uncharted. I'm like, yeah, that's
Uncharted.
Yeah.
Like, it's Uncharted. There's a lot of it in it. You just go, yeah, that's Uncharted. Like, obviously they can't. A single Uncharted game probably has a playtime of like 20 hours or something, so they can't put everything in. But they did enough that you kind of go, yeah, it's Uncharted, you know?
Which is weird again.
It's all grand. It's not bad. It's, you know.
But it seems to me again like one of those things that probably would have made a better like short TV series than an entire movie.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It made good money, so the chances are we will probably get some sort of a fucking TV show spin-off tie-in, metaverse, Uncharted, Chloe Zhao spin-off series or something.
Multiverse,
like young
Spider-Man's
Sully,
there.
Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be something along those lines, isn't it?
Yeah.
It always is now.
Yeah. It really is.
I don't know. Overall, I think also what helped is I went to see it with a friend of mine who I didn't know this. I did not know this going into the movie, is a big Uncharted fan, and she absolutely loved it. Like,
that's cool.
Really liked the movie. I think went to see it at least twice. And she had a great time watching it. So maybe I was sitting beside somebody who was absolutely loving it.
Like.
I was just feeding off that, and I was like, "Yeah, this is okay. This is fun. It's fine." You know, there was bits of it. I liked when we
should have reviewed it. To be honest, it seems like you are.
No, it's not. I don't have anything like super interesting to say about it. Like it's it's not bad. I liked it. I got a little kick out of the Naughty Dog logo showing up towards the beginning on his suitcase. That was fun. I don't know. Grand. There you go.
Yeah.
Uncharted.
I mean, that's why. Like I said from the start, I didn't think it was bad. It was fine. Like I wasn't inspired by it to talk about it. I think that was my main issue with it.
I think neither of us thought we could take our review to uncharted territories.
But hey, look.
That would have been my only joke.
Yeah, that would have been your only joke. Yeah. Or just saying, "Hey, where is Nathan Fillion?"
Nah. I never. No, not anymore. Somebody said this to me recently as well.
Like when he was younger,
Nathan Fillion. Like, if they had made the movie 20 years ago, it should have been Nathan Fillion. But not now. I don't think it's too. No.
Yeah. All right. So, Owen, what movie are we doing today?
We're doing Matt Reeves' latest comic book flick.
God damn! I thought I'd get you on a casual fucking way.
Not this early.
Okay. No. Okay. So I'll say it for one. We are reviewing The Batman. Yeah. So, like Owen mentioned, Matt Reeves was in charge of this. He was involved in the writing and directing and all that kind of stuff that happens in movies. You may know him for the writer of War of the Planets of the Earth. Lots like
the writer
apes.
of what?
War for the Planet of the.
Okay. Apes. He's in War of the Planet of the Earth. I think is what you said the first time.
Look, man, let's be fucking real. It might have been.
Yeah, I didn't like those movies very much.
I quite like them. I mean, I like the classic ones more. Which I believe we're reviewing.
No, we're not. What are you talking about? I like the first one. I thought as prequels go, the first one with James Franco in it was kind of interesting, and then I don't know. I just kind of was like, whatever. I don't really care much. Yeah. A lot of people love them though, which is what got him this gig.
Yeah. He also did like Cloverfield, the first one. I actually only recently watched. Was it their Cloverfield TV show? I think I watched a few episodes of that. Or was that a movie? I'm not sure.
I haven't seen any of them.
I remember enjoying it, but I don't remember anything about it. It's literally just a void inside my brain.
I'll be honest with you.
I can see a spaceship in my head.
This is the first time learning that J.J. Abrams didn't direct Cloverfield. He produced it. Yeah. I always thought he directed it as well, but
it is a very Abrams movie. Yeah. But yeah, Matt Reeves. Then he was involved in writing along with Peter Craig and Bill Finger. Batman created Bill Finger. Anyway, so folks, it's been a moment. I am recalibrating.
The other way around, I think, maybe as well.
Yes, whatever. You get me. Anyway, so. Finally, we got to see Robert Pattinson. There were parts of the movie that was like, I seen that somewhere before, and then I realized I saw it in trailer like ages ago, or like a clip somewhere, and I was just like, oh god. But yeah, we also got Zoe Kravitz, Selena Kyle. Oh, I should probably say Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne, Batman. Jeffrey Wright as Lieutenant James Gordon. Good old Colin Farrell that we have never disparaged on this podcast whatsoever.
Oh, big fan.
As Mr. Penguin Head, and who I personally think did a great job. Paul Dano as the Riddler, John Turturro as Carmen Falcone, and Andy Serkis as Alfred. And I think that's all I have to mention for now.
Yeah, Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's move on to the next section.
I mean, what the hell is going on?
Robert Pattinson.
I'll get him, folks. I promise.
I will probably get myself.
Yeah,
in all
yeah.
honesty.
Yeah. But yes, the Batman has come out. This is what, the 7th or 8th live action Batman now, or something in
along
that.
those lines.
Yeah.
Do you want to rank them?
Do you?
Do you want to do it live? You want to rank? You want to rank?
Okay,
Let's do it later. Let's talk
okay.
about this one first, and then we'll see where it fits in.
Yeah. Okay.
We're doing it live.
Yeah, it's Michael Keaton, but you know.
I meant movies, not like. Anyway, let's talk about this one first.
Okay, it's Michael Keaton. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Bruce Wayne is sad.
God, he's so sad. He's so sad. He's an emo in this one.
Yeah.
And I don't mean not like when Peter Parker was an emo in Spider-Man 3. He's actually one in this.
He actually isn't too emo rock, is it? Wears like striped black and white socks.
Like, not like emos don't do jazz dances down the street. That's not emo. Come on, Peter Parker.
No. Yeah, that's what's the term for it now? Bully what?
Oh, Bully Parker?
Bully Maguire.
Bully Maguire. Yes. Great.
Yeah. But no, it's not Bully Maguire. It's Bully. I'm pointing at you.
I'm aware, yeah.
It's Bully
Pattinson.
Okay, very good. Okay, I'll get him eventually.
You're gonna get me by pointing at me and giving me time to think about things.
Did you actually have to think there?
I was gonna just not respond, and I'm trying to decide at the moment if I'm allowed to say if it's just the superhero persona name I can't say, or if am I allowed to say the alter ego.
I was about to say, I think you can say Bruce Wayne.
I think I can say that because it's not the name of the movie.
Yeah, but
the movie's not called.
You can't just call him Bruce Wayne throughout the movie as well, because he's
sure I can.
Like as we all know, Bruce Wayne is the mask.
Yes, that's what this movie taught us. That we did not know that about the character before.
Yes, we've never known this. It's never been a constant feature of the Batman franchise. No. Yeah, I mean, look. To be fair, yeah. So, Bruce is very sad. There is crime going around. He wants to stop said crime and corruption in the police force. And there's a guy called the Riddler who is just fucking with him because he has a bone to pick, because Bruce Wayne's father did a naughty thing and then died, and the orphanage that this guy stayed at was shit.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
That's it. But okay, so that's kind of the base of the plot. But we wanted more talk about the movie itself, and I think you semi-agree with me on this. This movie is a lot more of a Selena Kyle movie than a Batman movie.
I don't know.
They both show up in decent chunks. Like, first of all, it's not like Batman doesn't show up.
I think that Catwoman, Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman, steals the show, mostly because, I'll be honest with you, if she looked at me like the way she looks at Robert Pattinson in this movie, Gotham can just be crime. They can just have crime. I'll just go away. I'm just leaving. I'm leaving Gotham. I'm going away with her now. I'm going to go
honestly, at
live
the end,
in Bloodhaven.
You could come with me
I'll be gone.
Somewhere.
Bloodhaven.
Where were they going? Canada or something? Was it
Bloodhaven? Yeah, she said Bloodhaven.
Oh,
she said I might go to Bloodhaven.
That's cool. That's neat. I like it. Yeah. So fair to say, also this is like very much a year one Batman. I feel like he hasn't been doing this. What, year two? Yeah, but
he's been doing it for 2 years. He says it.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah, but I meant more.
I know what you mean
like,
with the comic story. I know what you mean.
It's kind of in that vibe. This is him very early on. This is him still learning. Understanding has to be a symbol of fear, or does he?
Ooh. Yeah. Well, I think Matt Reeves has said that the biggest inspirations for this comic wise were Year One, The Long Halloween, and Ego.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Ego, to be honest, but the other two are like your fairly staple stories for this character. Oh, I nearly did it. I nearly said it there. I was close that time.
I was there. I didn't want to make eye contact in case you what am I doing?
That was close.
But yeah, it's really funny because I saw so many like YouTube people before they watched this movie saying, "Oh, this is going to have the Court of Owls in it. This is going to be Court of Owls." We've seen so many things in flashes and like art, and like they're heavily referenced. I think it's fair to say, you know.
Yeah,
like you see a few owly things around the place.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be the sequel. So I'm not going to tell people what the Court of Owls is in case you do want to read it, but I really do recommend it. It was actually Pattinson's favorite Batman story to read, and he obviously, I'm not sure if he was a big fan of Batman. Like, it's so hard to say. I'm not sure if he was a fan of Batman before this, but like everyone kind of is a fan of Batman. But yeah, he has said that he read that was like one of his favorite Batman stories, and
I love all of those interview clips as well, by the way, of like there's one as well. Have you seen the one where the Robert Pattinson starts talking about Final Fantasy VII?
Oh,
it's so funny. He's such a nerd about these things, which I wasn't really aware of him. Now at the same time, he also lies in interviews, which is my favorite thing that he has ever anybody has ever done.
I'm with you.
But it's just so funny to watch. Like he gets really excited about things like talking about the Court of Owls and like about Final Fantasy and all this other like this stuff about the character. And Zoe Kravitz is just beside him, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you on about? Like, I played a woman named Selena Kyle and she steals things. What are you talking about? Like, what is the Court of Owls, man?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
But here's the thing,
watch.
like, I will say this, like, I did love Robert Pattinson in this. He plays a really fucking great Batman. Like, just
good.
presence, performance-wise. He's there. Like, I hope he's somewhat. You know what? I was about to say, I hope he's vindicating some people's minds, but I'm sorry, anyone who hasn't been paying attention to Robert Pattinson's like career since Twilight, like you've been missing out on so much stuff. He's a very.
I don't think there's very
anyone
many
serious
people left that still think Robert Pattinson is a bad actor.
Well, I mean,
There
he doesn't
can't
really
be.
jump for huge big movies these days. Like this has like been one of his bigger movies in a while. Like he goes for a lot of indie movies he wants to do himself.
Yeah, and that's he's like Daniel Radcliffe in that way. Like he did the Twilight thing, he got the big franchise, he hated every second of it, which is if you ever want like a great laugh as well, go back. There's compilations of Robert Pattinson doing press junkets during the Twilight movies and stuff, and he hates them. And he doesn't even try and hide them, he just hates them.
They all of them like who played the wolf guy? Sorry, I wasn't a Twilight.
Taylor Lautner.
Yeah, he had the most rough. Like he was fucked by those movies. Like
mentally. I mean, this is like during press or red carpet events for like the premiere of the second Twilight. Robert Pattinson is standing on the red carpet saying
just
that this is the stupidest thing ever. Edward Cullen's a fucking idiot. Like this makes no sense. Like why are you watching this kind of shit? Like it's hilarious.
Why can't we do Batman instead? Fucking hell.
but no, he's great. He's a fantastic actor. He's had a great career. He plays this character very well. I think
I do hope we get some Bruce Wayne next.
Yeah, I think that we will in the next one.
Because he can do charming. Like he's a handsome, charming looking guy. Like
this is a little fact for you. This is the very first live action movie about this character.
You were so close again.
I know, yeah. In which there is no scene in which Bruce Wayne attends a large formal function in a tuxedo or something.
The closest thing he gets is
he goes to a funeral. Yeah, and that's
if he wore a tuxedo, that'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and
dude?
I think that's like you get the impression that's his first time leaving the house in the daytime
because he hasn't watched
in
a scare in
several
about
years.
20 years.
Yeah, he's a complete shut-in in this.
He has a fucking
yeah.
emo haircut.
Oh, stop. And Alfred is always like, man, the lawyers are coming. The accountants need to talk to you, Master Wayne. You go, yeah, blah, blah. And he's just like, nah, not doing that.
He just constantly looks like he's been standing out in the rain.
No, he has.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, without a cowl.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
all right. Yeah, but it's, yeah, he's good. I liked this portrayal of Bruce Wayne as well, because I thought it was interesting. I don't like Bruce Wayne very much as a character.
Yeah, but
I thought this was an interesting depiction.
I like Bruce Wayne, but I think I like Batman the Animated Series Bruce Wayne, where he's very like sympathetic, and we see a person who actually genuinely cares. We see the more human side to Batman in that regard. But I wanted to see Bruce Wayne not because I like rich billionaires who beat up the mentally ill, but I want to, I want to see the Bruce Wayne that. One thing I say about the Dark Knight movies, and I'm not the biggest fan of those. I liked how smarmy Bruce Wayne was in some of those, and I want to see that Bruce Wayne. I want to see the Bruce Wayne that everyone thinks, yeah, that dude could never be Batman. Because right now, they said, oh yeah, Batman's a fucking weirdo. Anyway, here's weirdo Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, here's complete creep Bruce Wayne, who doesn't go outside in the daytime.
Who's breathing down my back right now. I'm Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. We talk about the voice. Like,
yeah, we can.
Like, is it a Christian Bale thing? Like, like, where did this come from? That like this character has to like put on a. I'm the guy. I said half of it.
You said
I'm the guy. I'm the guy.
That's a half Claxon almost, man. Come on.
No, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. No.
But yeah, I don't think he was as bad as Christian Bale, to be honest. I think it was a little bit.
No,
more
it wasn't
measured.
as bad as, but it was. Yeah. It was a bit that direction, like
a little bit. I look, to be fair to this, I think a lot of people like. We have two big voices really to go for, and that's Adam West and animated Batman series. Of course, we have Michael Keaton as well and that kind of stuff. But I think in the grander zeitgeist, those are the two Batman voices we had before Christian Bale, right? And I think the Adam West TV show was great fun, but that's not the Batman of nowadays, I think it's fair to say. Though Batman, the Brave and the Bold is a bit like that, isn't it? I haven't really watched it.
It's basically that,
yeah. So I think they're trying to imitate the animated Batman series, but the thing is, they're missing the point that he never goes, rare. He just like, he talks like this. And
but it's not like
it's deep. It's not.
But I mean, like Kevin Conroy's depiction in the animated series.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
It's not gravelly.
He doesn't. But he doesn't like even like Keaton and Clooney.
Yeah,
they didn't put on a different voice for Batman. Damn it! I said it. God. I knew it. I knew I'd do it. Ah, shit. Well, the gig's up now.
There you go, folks.
I lasted almost 30 minutes.
Folks, hashtag Causey with lol. He said Batman, please.
That's the end of the show. I'm leaving forever. I'll never live this down. Anyway, I'm no longer speaking under a fucking crutch now. Conroy and Keaton and them. I'm just gonna say nonsense. I'm just gonna say it all the time.
Anyway, Batman was going down to the Batman cave.
And the Batman. Yeah. No, do you know what I mean? I think like Bale came along and was just like, yeah, nah, Bruce Wayne's a fucking lunatic. Of course he'd do a weird voice when he's pretending to be a bat creature.
Wobbles his head and goes,
why wouldn't he? He can't move his neck. Clearly he's doing it.
Yeah. I'll say this, though. With, like, previous voices, I think they didn't mask their voice, but they certainly changed the emotional tone of that voice. The cadence changed a bit. I think it's fair to say. Like, they were monotoned and didn't do this, or I will, they did this. But, like, they still were basically the voice. They weren't like, I'm Batman.
Yeah.
Again, like, Kevin Conroy kind of said, like, he's still surprised, like, on set. No one went to him, like, on the second day of shooting, went, hey, don't do that.
Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy said that. Why did no one go to Christian Bale? Like,
to Christian Bale. Sorry, yeah. I thought about himself.
Yeah, man, you're shit.
Somebody just knocks on the door of the recording studio.
Hey,
Kevin, maybe just
yeah,
maybe don't do whatever it is you're doing. This
gravelly.
This like super iconic voice that you're doing right now. Maybe don't.
Yeah. I want something like nasally but also gravelly.
Yeah, I want a really dumb sounding voice that's dumb. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Christian Bale
anyway. Look, to be fair, this has been talked about many times.
Yes, well, I think the point is Robert Pattinson is very good. I think he does some world-class eye acting. I think this is the best acting with the eyes. I have maybe the only acting with the eyes under the cowl of any of the Batmans.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, like, of all acting ever. I was like, excuse me, Sauron did an amazing job, and I will not hear.
No, I said eyes, plural. Yeah, all right.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
He does. It's so good. I was watching, like, even as I was watching this, there was moments where like it's obviously it's supposed to be a reaction shot, but how do you react to things when you're this stoic, gravel voiced, mask wearing lunatic? And he does it all with his eyes. Like there's you'd hear like Catwoman says something, or like when she tells when she says the Falcone's her dad, and you can see there's like it's theatrical because it has to be, but he does like a widening of his eyes, or there's moments where he like looks away at things and stuff. And I just remember thinking, I was like, he's doing it all with his eyes. It's great.
Well, it was even like at the end where she asks him to come with.
Yeah, and he just does the glance.
Yeah.
Up towards the bat signal and stuff. That's kind of shit is good. Like, I think it's really, really cool. I am interested to know.
Yeah, go on.
How much camera movie magic they needed to make him appear to be at least a foot taller than every other person in the movie. Because Robert Pattinson's 6 foot.
Oh, I'm talking Robert Pattinson. Cool.
He's like he's bordering 6'1", I think, but he's 6 foot tall. He's not as like 100%. There's no way every other actor they cast. Now I know Zoe Kravitz is probably like 5 foot.
To be fair, Colin Farrell's like 4 foot.
Colin Farrell's not. He is the Penguin basically. That's when you see him anywhere else. That's
actually him without makeup on.
Yeah, that's what they did for this.
Yeah.
But I just think it's fun. I just remember looking at it and going like, because you can see it in some of the angles with the shots. I think in particular when he's talking to Gordon. Gordon is probably the one who's most. He's like up to his nose or something. But there's a couple of times where he's like looking in. He's walking past like some guys in the nightclub and shit, and he does the like big broad, like he sticks out his chest to do the Batman walk, and he's just looking at it going like, he's not that tall. Like he couldn't be. He's Batman.
He has
so
he can activate his bat heels whenever he needs.
Oh, that's probably not in this one. No, they wouldn't work properly.
Yeah.
He doesn't have gadgets yet in this.
No.
He has them, but they don't work right.
Balloon things.
The grappling hook, like it works sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, that scene where he comes down, and I think he has like a parachute to like slow him down.
That is the wingsuit.
Yeah. And he smacks himself on the bus and rolls off.
That's the funniest scene I've seen in a movie in about 5 years.
Yeah, because you take this very dramatic Batman, and it's just like boop, 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 boop.
But I think that's what's part of this is like, this movie's funny. All right, I don't get why people are saying it's not. It's not like fucking like Marvel like quippy little like references and stuff.
There's definitely humor in it.
But there's so many funny moments in it, and it always plays on what you think, what you're expecting to happen for a Batman movie.
Yeah.
The scene with the jumpsuit, like he's fleeing GCPD, and he gets up to the roof, and he's standing there, and he has the cape behind him, and you're like, oh, we're going to see it. He's going to jump off. He's going to unfurl his cape, and he's going to do a Batman silhouette against the moon, and he's going to float down, and then he's going to be like, here, I'm Batman, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's just like he pulls a cord and it's like a half stitched together like wingsuit thing that like pops out and it looks terrible and it barely works. And the scene of him like flying down is kind of it's a little bit janky looking and he's kind of like struggling to control it and it's just like they did this on purpose, like this is hilarious.
And it should be. Like, that's how it should be. He's early on
funny.
Batman. Like,
it's funny, and there's the whole, like, there's a bit that goes on like, throughout.
In the sequel, just to say, in the sequel, we're going to get another flight suit scene, and it's going to show how he's actually gotten good now. That he has. Yeah. And that's what's going to happen.
But, like, there's a bit that carries on throughout the entire movie of him going to the door of the nightclub. And like the two bouncers answering the door to him.
Nah, man.
And like the first time he goes, and he's just like, you know who I am. Yeah, you're the Batman, and and he keeps coming back to the same door and just knocking on it rather than going through. And he comes back as Bruce Wayne one of the times, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, Bruce, come on!" So it's just that's funny, like
yeah. And it's not funny as in ha ha ha. Look at this dumb character, or funny. It's just like circumstantial humor. It's like,
but look, in fairness, some of it's goofy. I'll be honest with you. The riddles, like you know, he holds up the severed thumb and he's like, "Thumb drive." That's goofy funny. And I was the only one in the cinema that laughed at that. I sat there. It was a packed out showing and I was creasing myself. He held up a severed thumb and in his deep gravelly Batman thing says, "Thumb drive." And
but see, this is the problem. This is the problem, I think. I think too many people have forgotten that as serious as Batman is, like in the comics, he's still human. Like, and he's quick-witted. He makes jokes, even by absence of a joke. He makes jokes. He's not like completely unaware of like social circumstances and all that. Like, he's not dead inside. Not really. Like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought
I love that, and I thought that was like you're right. It's a brilliant touch. You know. Yeah. Selena was also had loads of like really funny moments. In my opinion.
She was great. Honestly, Zoe Kravitz was perfect, I think.
But yeah, like I mean I could easily see like a Batwoman movie from this, like, and I would completely enjoy it. You know, because there's never been a live action Batwoman movie ever.
Catwoman.
Oh, Catwoman. Sorry, I am losing my mind.
You're all over the place this evening.
Yeah, I was slightly distracted there, to be fair, you know? But no. Yeah, maybe it should be Catman, okay? Maybe he should be Catman and
Catman
she should
and
be
Batwoman.
Batwoman.
Maybe that's what we want in this day and age.
There is a Batwoman, to be fair. I'm fairly sure it's probably a Catman somewhere in DC or something.
Definitely. There's several Batwomens.
Yeah, there is, yeah. But yeah, I loved her. I definitely want to... if someone said, oh yeah, they're going to make a spin-off movie with her, I'd be like, cool. Can't wait for it. Love it. Love James Gordon in this. This is not just, I'm like, things that happen so out of my control, I just have to rely on Batman. This is like, no, this James Gordon will fucking pull Batman up against the wall and say, this is not how you fucking do it. Cop onto your fucking self. Loved it.
Another hilarious quip by Batman in that scene also, I have to say.
Go on.
When the clearly mob-tied commissioner or whatever he is, just from the way he talks you can tell he's in with the mob because he's like, I ain't gonna let you win, man. He talks like Al Capone with like a nasal infection. But Batman like hits one of the police officers and they're all kicks off and Gordon like pins him against the wall and the commissioner steps in. He's like, you want to watch yourself, Batman. I got you on assaulting an officer.
Okay, let me just say that, by the way, brilliant acting. I loved. Like, that was John Turturro, wasn't it?
No, that's Falcone. Oh, sorry. I'm on about the commissioner.
Sorry, I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm mixing them up a little bit in my head. Sorry.
But he steps up and Turturro was great though. But this guy, he's like, "You better watch yourself, Batman. I got you now on assaulting an officer." And Batman like leans forward, like he said, "I think you got me on 3."
You'll find I'm actually 7 foot tall, okay?
Yeah, I think you actually got me on 3. And it's just it was funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, Turturro is great. Yeah, he's brilliant as Falcone, to be quite honest. I thought he was perfect. I think it's great to see him actually doing something other than being pissed on by a large CGI robot, as a la Transformers and stuff.
And being in every Adam Sandler movie at one stage.
Yeah, but they're fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know.
Yeah, I like Adam Sandler.
Yeah, it's a good movie. What did you think of because they sold this entire thing was sold on the basis that it's a detective movie. Batman's a detective now, and he's world's greatest detective. Remember that, folks? He's the world's most leading detective man.
Yeah, I mean, I like that they thought they were going for that, and there was definitely some detecting going on. But it was only due to there being a guy who kept on giving him riddles. And Batman has to, oh shit, I better do this.
the opening scene, like the very first, when he visits the first crime scene.
Yeah.
That was done very well, I thought. Because it wasn't like just, from then on, it was kind of like just Batman is a freak and he's really smart. Like anytime it was a riddle and he just like instantly Batman knows the answer kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas like in this one, they just kind of showed that he knows what he's doing. He was just kind of walking around the room, not talking to anybody, looking at things to a point where like the CSIs were like following where he was going and like looking, catching things that they missed that he sees like the first time he walks in and stuff. That was cool. And it kind of just evolved into like, I think the movie
we have
gets
2 seconds to figure out what is going on. Oh,
yeah,
okay, I know what it is.
Yeah, Batman's just like, I know the answer. Clearly, I'm very smart. Look at me.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. They did it. The Riddler was the right choice. For that kind of a movie.
I really loved Paul Dano in this. Creepy as fuck, like genuinely deeply disturbingly creepy.
I think making the Riddler a school shooter is interesting. I don't know if I wasn't too crazy about Paul Dano in particular. But to be fair,
it is the whole basing it in reality, and there wouldn't just be a random guy who makes quirky riddles only. Like there has to be something else going on there, I suppose.
No, I know. I mean, I think it's an interesting. It's a pretty good take on the Riddler, like to make him that kind of guy, that like fucking like dweeby message board incel kind of guy who thinks the world hates him. If he hadn't seen the Batman prowling the streets, probably would have just walked into a shopping mall with a gun, but then saw the Batman and went, "Oh, hey, Dano, that's how you do it."
Yeah, I want to be remembered.
Put a bit of flair on it, like.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it was very accurate to those kind of people, those kind of bastards.
Yeah, he had less than 500 followers.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was funny too.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Andy Serkis was great.
He was.
Though, I just like Andy Serkis.
Yeah, I don't know. He was alright. I don't think he had a lot to do, really, though.
Kind of felt, where they had that whole, he's dead, even though he's not. Look, Alfred is like my favorite Batman character. But I for sure would have been impressed if they had him killed in this. That would have been a big, oh Jesus, they're
Alfred?
actually going. Yeah, what am I saying?
Because there's I had a similar thought process, but about Batman.
Oh yes, Where did you want Batman to die? Was it when he was fighting?
It wasn't that I wanted him to die necessarily. There was a brief moment where I thought they were about to kill him off.
Where's it looked? You can rest now and all kind of stuff.
It's when he right after that, after he like jabs the adrenaline into himself and goes a bit crazy and stuff, and then the water's all flooding in. There's people trapped in the water, and there's a high power electricity cable about to hit the water. And he jumps off and he's like cutting the thing.
A cut thing,
and he's like falling into the water, and you can still see like sparks of electricity flying everywhere. And just briefly, there's a shot of him like from above, and it's just Batman in slow motion, like falling. And it's like, for a split moment, I thought, "Oh, holy shit! They're gonna kill Bruce Wayne."
Okay,
Batman's about to die. He's gonna sacrifice himself and save Gotham.
Yeah, but
it didn't happen. But I entertained it for a minute.
I get you why, but like if you think of it logically, it would make no sense whatsoever for him to do that in that moment.
For him to save Gotham?
No, but here's the thing. If he's going to be shocked by the wire coming down, the electricity's coming from up.
No, I understand what you're
to it.
saying. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But this is
Like,
it's a movie about a man who pretends to be a
the
bat.
No,
right.
excuse me. No,
Just-
that's not explanation to explain this.
It
It's
is.
just like, oh no, those people, they're in trouble. Don't kill myself. They're still going to die because the wire's now falling into
Yeah.
it. But
They were all
That's
going to
grand.
die, and Batman is a failure. Which he is anyway at the end of the movie, because at least 1 million people in Gotham died because the whole city's underwater, basically.
yeah, I don't think that's his fault, really.
It's 100% his fault. If he was
Yeah, he
if
did.
he was really the world's greatest detective, he would have lifted up the carpet the first time he was in the Riddler's house, and he would have saw
Yeah.
that the real plan was to blow up the seawall.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So is it? Do you think this? It's implied that this is like set in the future then, because there's a seawall, like reclaimed land from the sea. That's not really like. Don't tell me if I'm wrong. Isn't Gotham like based on like Boston?
No,
No,
not Boston. Anyway, it'd be like
or Chicago.
Chicago. Probably it's not Boston. Is all
Yeah.
like old and red.
That's
brick
right.
and
No,
stuff.
New York. Sorry, I'm getting myself mixed up. Yes, that'd be
Be-
great if he actually wasn't
be-
Boston. Just a bunch of like Irish Americans around the place the whole time.
Well, if you're Zack Snyder, Gotham is Jersey.
Yeah, yeah.
Metropolis is Manhattan. I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like in the Arkham games, Gotham has a seawall.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure. I
Yeah.
could be wrong on
Yeah.
that. It's a while since I played them, but I think maybe it does. I think there's a section of it where there is a seawall and things are happening in
Hey, how did you
proximity to
feel?
it.
How did you feel about the movie taking all their stunt coordination from a video game?
Fine. I don't. I
Yeah.
wasn't.
It looks
Fine.
pretty legit, to be fair. Like it's
Fine.
like yeah, it's
The
about right.
like, there's parts of this. I think people are losing their fucking mind over like the cinematography and stuff in it, which people don't use that phrase properly. But like the shot composition and the lighting and stuff in it, right, is what
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like.
yeah,
People
yeah.
are like, maybe because like they're listen. I'll catch some flack for this, and I'm willing to catch it because they're like comic book movie fans. Maybe this is the
Yeah.
first time they've seen.
By the way, folks, just so you know, he is doing quotation marks right now over
Yeah.
comic book fans
comic
for some
book
reason.
movie fans. Maybe that's because this is the first time they've seen something actually like not all green screened and lit,
And it's
correctly
actually
and
representing
using
the
like
comic book story wise properly and all that
using
too, isn't
real
it?
lighting,
Yeah.
on-set lighting and like
Yeah.
practical effects and stuff, like
Yeah.
things like that people are going
It's
crazy.
really nice.
There's some-
though. It's
there's
nice in the
some-
movie.
There's some shots in it. There's some scenes that look really cool, right? In fairness, now
Yeah,
there is
yeah.
the car chase with Batman and the Penguin is really well done.
Yeah.
There's a couple of moments of Batman. There's one where he's like, he comes up an elevator shaft in Falcone's thing towards the end, and he's like walking up a dark hallway, and the only lighting is every time the muzzle flare goes off on a gun.
Yeah.
That's all practical, and it looks well.
Real. It looks real.
Yeah, and it looks well, is what I said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it is
I
real.
thought you-
I mean,
well,
it is
It
actually
looks well.
it's as actually Robert Pattinson getting shot in that
Yeah.
scene is what's happening.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's a good movie. I don't know if I'm like it's 3 hours long. Like it's
It's-
3 hours long. and
It's a bit.
It's
It's
too
a bit
much.
long.
It's too much.
It is.
There's
And we're fans of long movies. To be fair.
yeah, but it's not a case of like this isn't 3 hours where you go like Dune was what 2.5 plus hours long. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And I didn't want that to end. I sat there, I could not believe
Yeah.
it was at the end of it, and I was panicking that it was about to be
Yeah.
over. Whereas this, I checked my phone at one point, because I'll be honest with you, there was moments, sometimes I clicked out a little bit. Now,
Yeah.
it
I
brought me
never
back.
was bored. It was more like, oh, it's going on a bit here. Let me
I was
check.
a little bit bored sometimes. But it wasn't
Okay.
like, not like, it wasn't like, the movie, it always brought it back. It always got me
Yeah,
back in.
It wasn't heinously boring.
No,
to you.
but
It
there was
okay,
a moment where
hurry up a bit here.
yeah,
Like
there was a moment where I checked and I was like, oh my god, there's still
Yeah, yeah.
there's 90 minutes left. There's a
Yeah.
couple of times where like it could have ended and it kept going.
Yeah.
is all I'd say. It's my biggest
Yeah.
detriment.
And to be honest,
it.
it's not the biggest complaint either.
No,
like,
it's not. I mean,
know,
I
no.
I don't. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
And like, it's nice to see a lot of Batman fans are quite happy with this as well. It seems to have gone down pretty well, because I kind of said it. This is probably the Batman movie that feels the most like the comics. Like, it has that vibe, that feel of Gotham. You're not a big comic reader fan yourself, anyway, are you?
No, I don't like that phrase though either.
Comic reader?
No. For any of these movies, when anybody says, oh yeah, this feels like the character core of the character. This feels like the comics.
Yeah,
because the comics are like, they've been around for like 100 years plus.
Well,
there's been a
okay, of course. Yeah, okay.
I get what you're saying.
We definitely have eras and zeitgeist of what we consider Batman that's fairly in common with most people.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just being pedantic.
I mean, 1952.
Yeah, well, say that then.
No, I'm talking about Batman in generality in current cycles of what Batman is considered in the comic book world. That's a perfectly legit thing to say.
Well, the current run is Batman 66 is the core of the character to me. All right.
Yeah, I mean, fair play to you. It's not the general.
No, it's fine. I know.
Sure.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just. It's one of those phrases that I'm pedantic about. I'm just like that could mean anything. You could say that about anything, and it can be correct.
I mean, I guess, but like, you'd have to be a fucking robot with this one, man.
Yeah,
like, Batman is a well considered, like, fairly, solid idea of what Batman is these days. And it's mostly down to the Batman animated series. Fight me in real life, it's true. Batman animated series was peak Batman, and I shall not be taking any questions. Because why the fuck would you question that? Anyway. Should we as an Irish podcast maybe mention 2 Irish people that are actually in this movie and maybe talk a little bit about them?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so let's bring our favorite Irish actor out, Colin Farrell.
Yeah, he's great. I love Colin Farrell.
Yeah, I like Colin Farrell in this, but I'm still surprised why they chose him for this. Not because he did a bad job. It's just like, there's a lot of effort put into this character for him to be this character, and I feel like the role of that character wasn't so hard to attain that they had to go for someone very specific. Like, they could have gone for a lot of actors who kind of looked like the Penguin, and they would have got the same performance out of it that Colin Farrell gave.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I'm glad he did it. Looking forward to him doing more stuff. But it just seems like an odd one still for me. But I
mean, he didn't have a top hat or a cane umbrella that shoots bullets. So, was he worth it? Probably not.
Probably not. And then we have another Irish actor, Barry Keoghan.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he plays, and I'm just going to go by the IMDb description of this, unseen Arkham prisoner.
The Joker.
The Joker, yeah.
He's the Joker. Okay.
Yeah. I love what so it says. Yeah, like with it, I think the direction. Like, yeah, he's not like the Joker yet, but this is like the early days. He's the Joker.
Like people didn't get that either. Like there was, I remember
he cackled for like a minute straight.
No, as in like the screening I went to. Now he came on screen and he spoke, and I kind of went, Arkham Asylum prisoner. Are they gonna? They're gonna this is a tease for somebody, and I thought, well, who would they tease other than the Joker?
Yeah.
And then he said, within a sentence, he said the word clown. And I went, oh yeah, it's the Joker. Yeah, of course. Yeah, this guy's the Joker. And but like,
I also have a girlfriend who is called Harley Quinzel.
And then you could see like the thing on his mouth and whatever, and then he did the laugh but like, now I didn't catch that it was Barry Keoghan, to be quite honest. I don't know what was happening in that scene, but I couldn't really see his face very well. Stuart, who I went to see it with, immediately recognized that it was Barry Keoghan. But was like, was that the Joker? I was like, what do you mean was that the Joker? You knew that was Barry Keoghan, but you didn't know that was supposed to be the Joker.
Yeah. So we have
I think
Irish
a lot of
Joker though.
Irish Joker. Yeah,
We have an American Joker who has an Irish
played
actor.
by an Irish actor. Yeah. A lot of people saying he is going to be a great Joker. There's a movie he did called The Killing of a Sacred Deer, in which apparently he plays a completely just loose psychopath type person. And since that, people have been saying he will make a good Joker. I don't know. I haven't seen that movie. I haven't really seen him in much other than Eternals, if I'm quite honest.
Which his character wasn't amazing in any way.
He's terrible in also.
Yeah. I have to watch Dunkirk still. I hear good stuff, but I also don't like British propaganda.
It's okay. Dunkirk is fine. It's ruined by Christopher Nolan being Christopher Nolan, in my opinion.
Okay.
He
Green Knight has been on my list forever.
Green Knight's great. Green Knight is really, really good. It's super interesting, just from every perspective. It's it's odd, but it's so engrossing. And
it's a bit like a mad fantasy sort of idea.
It's just strange. But I tell you what, if you spark one up and stick on the Green Knight, you'll have the best time of your life, or the worst.
All right. Yeah.
Probably the best.
But yeah. So nice bit of representation going on there. Because we need it, I guess.
Yeah, of course we do.
Does that mean that the two current cinema Batman and Superman are played by English guys?
Yes, it does. Well,
we don't know. He's still kind of there.
We might no longer be able to call Henry Cavill the current, but the most recent, yes.
Yeah. Well, we don't know. I think he still might be floating there.
That's the thing. No, I don't think he knows either. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
And that's what the problem is.
Yeah. Oh, could you imagine? Like, I mean, they're not going to bring those two characters together, like those iterations.
No.
But imagine them on set being the fucking nerdiest English guys.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh, which was the most comic book accurate movie as well, because like, now actually, Mr. Director, this is not what happens.
Yeah.
I look. Shall we go for RJ's this moment?
Sure.
Grand. It's the twist. It's the twist. It's actually not like a Jay's in a bad way, or necessarily like a good way. But I really love. Like I got really infuriated with Alfred when he was opening up the package for Bruce Wayne. Don't know why I'm being mysterious about it now. Can't say Batman. But yeah, I was like, and the phone kept ringing. It's like, answer the fucking phone before open the package you're not meant to open. And then it was like, it happened 2 hours ago now. Oh, okay, I like that. You know,
there's lots of little things like that in it. Mine is one of those little like I can't think of the correct phrase for them.
Cool.
Red herrings. That's the one.
Red polar bears.
But red penguins. But it's the one with it's the one when Batman goes to see the Riddler in prison.
Yeah.
That's my Jesus moment, when like it's because you spend the first minute or so thinking the Riddler's he knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman and he's about to like tell him.
That was a good play for a while. They just really tensed that up.
They just swung it, and it was like, I know who the real you is. This is the real you're the Batman. You're just like me. And I was like, oh yeah, that's okay. Well done. That was well played.
Yeah. And to be honest, is thematically correct. Like,
he is. Like, the Riddler, he knows what he's talking about. Like,
Bruce Wayne died in that alley with his parents. Like,
the Riddler is better at Batman's job than Batman is.
I mean, it's only his first year, you know, and he doesn't have a really great community that he loves of 500 people.
He doesn't have 500 follower accounts.
That was a weird one when he's saying like goodbye to them, saying like, just want to thank everyone for this community. I went. The thing is, because I've heard it so many times on YouTube shows.
Because he did, when he intros the video like a YouTube thing, he puts a voice on and everything, and he's like, "Hey guys, what's up? It's me. I'm back, the Riddler." And it's like,
and it's authentic. It feels legit.
It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually I keep thinking back, and there's always some great moments in this movie. They just pop up once in my mind. It's like, yeah, that was really
Oh, there
well
is.
done.
Yeah, it's a very good movie.
I think it's probably like I preferred this movie to like the Dark Knight movies. Again, like I know people love those movies, and I'm not trying to detract from that. I quite like the first one. I just kind of wasn't interested in the rest of them. But yeah, no, I think this is probably my favorite live action movie about Batman. I think it's fair to say
The Christopher Nolan trilogy, like Batman Begins, is fine.
I quite like it. To be honest.
The Dark Knight Rises is terrible, and the Dark Knight, the Dark Knight Rises is the third one. I mean,
okay, all right. Sorry,
the Dark Knight is a good movie that is elevated beyond anything else simply because of Heath Ledger's performances.
Yeah,
and his performance as the Joker is incredible.
Yeah.
Like it's
he's fantastic, and we love Heath Ledger here. Like,
yeah,
he's a fucking
it's by
great
far,
actor. He was a great actor.
He's miles beyond anything else in that movie. To the point where that him being in it makes people think it's better than it is. I don't think that are.
Yeah.
If
the plot isn't
him,
exactly like, amazing, but he's amazing in it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's just astounding. Words. I can't even think of words to describe it. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Jesus moments. Do you want to do final thoughts and we'll pick our favorite Batmans?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do our final thoughts.
Yes, Mr. Frodo. It's over now.
Yeah, okay. Your final thoughts on what did you think of this movie?
This is a very good movie. I liked it.
I concur.
Yeah, it's very good.
Look, I was confused a little bit because, like, when we saw all those like screenshots of like set stuff, like I was getting the vibe we were going to get like a 1930s, 20s era Batman. Like there was like the whole this noir thing going on, but it wasn't really there in the final product, was it?
Yes, this is like I've seen so many critics and like even any just comments on the movie where I was like, this is not a comic book superhero movie. This is a psychological noir thriller, and it's more akin to Seven than it is to Marvel or whatever. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but it is still a comic book movie. Like,
yeah, it should be. I think
it's heavily dressed in a lot of things from like detective and noir stories and like more psychological sort of thriller sort of stuff to an extent, but they never go quite the full way there because it's still a Batman movie. It still has to do Batman things, and that's fine. It's, you know what I mean. A lot of people, plenty of people, including I'd imagine you, Dan, like Batman a lot more than I do. I've never been a huge Batman fan.
I will say I used to be way more Batman than Superman, but that scale has kind of tipped the other way a little bit now. I'm more of a Superman fan now.
I've always been way more Superman than I have been Batman. Yeah. I like Batman. He's grand. I've never. Yeah. He would never like be
when Batman and Superman are together, it's good time.
Yeah. But he would never be like, you know, in terms of superheroes or comic book characters, whatever. Batman would never be my go-to thing that I want to read or watch or anything.
Yeah, you like Hope, you know.
Yeah,
you
like
the
lighter things.
Splendor.
That's why I like Adam West type Batman. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and I love Adam West. Fuck yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't know. It's a very good movie. There's no knocking it. There's some really good things in it. It's full of lots of things to admire and love. And I fully understand why so many people are giving it the praise that it's garnering at the moment, and why people have fallen in love with this movie and want to watch it over and over again when it comes out on digital at the end of April. Personally, my one thing, I said this right afterwards, I don't think I'll be in a rush to watch it again.
No, I probably wouldn't
straight
either.
away. I definitely not. And honestly, its biggest downfall is it's way too long.
Yeah.
There's too much. There's a lot of stuff they could have. I don't know if they could have cut anything out of it and kept the same.
No, they couldn't.
Like,
it was strength. It was very dense. Like
it needed
put a lot in.
Yeah,
there.
like things needed to be like the cuts needed to happen at script level, not at during the editing process. They couldn't just drop a load of shit that they had filmed. They should have tightened the script a little bit
Everything
more
was
for me,
relevant. Everything was relevant.
No, it's not like there's no
yeah.
scenes that you can just go, that doesn't need to be here. That's like it's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
it's just a little bit long. It's just there's a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit too much happening at times,
Yeah.
but it's very good. Everybody gives a good performance.
Yeah.
Pattinson is.
I'm
great.
looking forward to a
Like,
sequel.
yeah, I'll be keeping my eyes peeled for when they announce whatever the second of the trilogy is, because they've said they're doing a trilogy, because of course they are. And of course they're doing a spin-off TV show about which was originally supposed to be about Gotham PD, but it has now, Matt Reeves said yesterday or semi-recently, that it is now going to be about Arkham Asylum.
Okay, because I mean, Gotham, the TV show, exists already, so
Yes.
it's weird if they like try to do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't really have much else to say there. Cool. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Should we do some rating
for our Batmans?
Yeah,
what are we doing here? Are we doing what, our favorite live action Batman movie, or like actor playing Batman, or
What's your favorite Batman movie, man?
my favorite Batman movie live action, or any of them?
Any Batman movie.
Lego Batman.
Agreed. All right, folks. Now
There you go. Thank you very much.
Okay. Favorite. What's your least favorite?
My least favorite Batman.
Yeah. Well, wait, I should say I like the Lego movie, but if you ask me for a proper cinematic, like,
don't say the Lego Batman is not proper or cinematic. How dare you, sir?
If you ask me for another favorite, how does that sound?
All right, okay. We'll take taking clearly the Lego Batman out of things. What's your favorite Batman?
Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah, I expected.
It's pretty fucking epic, isn't it?
I expected you were going to say that. Yeah, it's a very good movie.
Yeah. I like Keaton as well. Batman 1989. That's a good time. He was my favorite Batman for a long time, and he's coming back. Not sure about that.
Yeah, that whole the Flash thing is going to be just.
Yeah, I've been a big contender for it. I want a Batman of the few beyond, like Michael Keaton, old Batman. Like, I've wanted this, and then the making, I'm like, not sure.
Yeah, we're doing it, but not how you wanted it.
At all, which
it's
means
a Flash movie,
it'll probably never get to be made ever.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm finding it hard to move away from The Dark Knight Rises being my least favorite.
Really?
But that's quite that's I lean heavily towards shitting on it, because so many people tried to tell me it was an incredible film, and then I watched it, and then a friend of ours had me watch it twice.
Oh, I remember
that. And the second time tried to like point out to me while we were watching it reasons why it was great, and it's just not a good film.
It's also not how you convince someone.
No, it just doesn't work like that. So I think that completely turned me against it, like in a massive way. So I really don't like that movie. But is it worse than like Batman and Robin? Or I don't know.
Excuse me, you mean the greatest Batman movie? No, I actually don't like Batman and Robin. Well, I do. I like Mr. Freeze, but I think Batman Forever is my favorite. Like, movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Am I allowed pick
Justice League
team up animated movies?
You know what? Mention them. Why not?
Like, because
let's talk about it.
Like, because the DC animated franchise has for a long time just fucking knocked it out of the park for a lot of these things.
Yeah.
Like, what was it called? Justice League Doom was great.
With
Batman and Superman Public Enemies is a brilliant fucking film.
Yes, it is. Love the animation as well. Very different to
there's some of them are great. A lot of those Justice League ones from then are great.
Yeah.
Like, and the Batman ones obviously that tie in with the animated series.
Metallo gets killed by Superman in that, doesn't he?
Yes.
Public Enemy. Yeah, which is always interesting to see, like Superman like straight up killing someone, but like, it's okay. He's
not really a person.
Real.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's hard for me because I'm not a huge Batman fan, and I don't even know if I've seen some of these.
Well, look, who's your favorite Robin?
Who's my favorite Robin?
Yes.
I don't know any Robins. What are you talking about? Who the fuck
I
is?
mean,
Name an actor that played Robin in live action.
I don't know about live action now, man, but
Oh, name a Robin. Oh, Teen Titans Robin. There you go.
which Teen Titans?
Either. They're the same guy.
No.
Same guy.
Damian Wayne isn't one of them as Robin.
No.
Yeah.
Just
There's
original.
a few incarnations. Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about the animated, like the TV show.
Oh, I didn't watch that one. So
The two TV shows. There's Teen Titans, the older one, and then there's Teen Titans Go. That's the same guy.
I haven't watched either, so that's up to you to know
Well,
because you've watched it.
That Robin. Oh, are you asking me as in terms of like Damian Wayne?
Yeah.
Which like Robin?
Yeah.
Oh, like which fictional person who's been a Robin?
Yeah. I just love Damian Wayne because he's a dickhead.
Yeah. He's fun.
Yeah.
What are the other guys called? Tim Drake. He's one of them.
Yeah, Tim Drake. Oh, jeez, hold on, because there's a whole list of them now. Barry
something. Bruce.
That's a flash.
Little Bruce. Baby Bat.
Okay.
Bat.
So Dick Grayson.
He's
Jason Todd.
Oh yeah. Okay, no, it's coming back to me now. Dick Grayson's the guy who is a trapeze artist, and his family died, and Bruce Wayne adopted him from the circus, right?
Yeah, and then
he's
Jason Todd is.
Jason Todd's the guy who the Joker murders.
Yeah, no, but you could have said the first thing as well, by the way.
Oh, really?
Like he comes he's quite closely related to trapeze stuff as well. Weirdly.
Right. And he comes back as the Red Hood.
He was basically found as like he was like a criminal kid that Batman wanted.
Tim Drake is the Robin that nobody likes, right?
Yeah, for some reason.
Is that that's the
no. Damian Wayne is everyone that no one likes Damian Wayne. Well, they didn't. They used to hate Damian Wayne.
Really?
I think it's shifted now. Yeah, no, people didn't like Damian Wayne because he was a dickhead, which is weird because
that's the point.
That's why I love him.
Yeah, that's the point.
Stephanie Brown as well. The
don't know her.
blonde-haired one.
That now it all makes sense. Sorry, I've been seeing a lot of tweets recently saying that a particular actress from Euphoria should play Stephanie Brown in this in Robert Pattinson's iteration of the Batmans. Yeah, I had no idea who they were talking about.
You like Nightwing, don't you?
Yeah, he's all right.
Oh, I thought you were like all mad about Nightwing.
No, I don't really know anything about Nightwing other than the times I've seen him in like Justice League and stuff.
Yeah, you would like. Yeah, you'd like Nightwing.
Is he just Batman?
If you like me. Huh?
Is he just Batman?
He's Batman if it was played by Spider-Man.
Isn't that the problem? Aren't they all just Batman?
No, they're not.
They're all the same.
Really? That's like saying, "Oh, is that one of your Pokemons?" That's what you're sounding like right now.
All the Pokemons are the same as well. Okay.
Oh, just your man saying, "Oh, get off that Xbox." No, I'm on my phone.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Yeah. Anyway, well, we didn't really rate anything there. We just talked about
Dan's favorite is Mask of the Phantasm, and mine is Lego Batman. There you go.
Yeah. But hey, Owen, what are we doing next week? Or should we keep it quiet for now and give clues out onto Facebook? What do you think? Because we've done the clues thing before in the past. And it might be like an interesting one to bring back. Oh,
sorry. I know what we're doing next week. Yeah, of course I do. Week after next, I know what we're doing. It's great, actually. It's really good. I can tell you, because I picked it, and I don't know.
So we're not doing the clues. Okay, cool.
No, I don't want to.
No,
I don't want to. No clues. We didn't tell him. Okay. We didn't tell him about this one at all. We just kind of were doing it.
That was a bit. Well, if they were the world's greatest detective, they might have figured it out.
Exactly. We left enough hints. We're doing next up is a movie that I've picked. I'm not sure if you have seen it, actually, Dan. I can't remember. But I love it. It's an Irish movie, and it goes by the name of Sing Street, and it's just in complete contrast to this one. It's all sunshine and rainbows and happiness.
And you won't be allowed to say
music.
Batman in that movie. that review either.
It's a musical, so we haven't done one of those, I think, yet. So yeah, it should be good. I'm excited.
Well, we've done Disney movies, haven't we? Have we done Disney movie?
Nope.
Oh wow.
It was up against the time we did the Iron Giant, Aladdin or Hercules was in the vote. But
that's true. Yeah,
we were going to do it afterwards, and we said, "No, that wouldn't be fair." We made you guys pick one, and then we're just going to do them all anyway.
No, we said we might do it in further seasons. Which
who knows?
You never know. Might come up this season.
We are so we're doing Sing Street next. It's going to be great.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Well, folks, look, we promised to have the next episode out in 2 weeks sharp. We'll do our very best, and we hope you are well. Fuck Russia, and have a lovely afternoon, morning, or evening. Goodbye.
Asherlo.